It's justice. Start anew. Shite on these people. They can't hurt us. But how could you make him kiss it again?
Oh there. Are you alright, sir?
We're closed. Now. Out with you. Leave. Leave.
I can tell from your surly demeanour that you won't mind me asking you a couple of questions. I'm Red McCraith. I'm a Banisher. I'm searching the area for evidence of witchcraft. And you, I can tell, are itching to help me.
Show your shiting shapes, goose peddler. No witches here. Only myself, Caleb Wattson.
Is anyone acting strange?
The governor bade me make the rounds. Is anyone acting strange?
Why would he ask you that?
Everyone keeps secrets, and I have a talent for uncovering them.
I ain't got no secrets. I ain't done no wrong. Search me house if you don't believe me. See for yourself. And when you're done, if you're any kind of man, you'll come back here, doff your cap, apologise, then shite off and never come back.
If you're looking for someone acting strangely, I think you've found your man.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
A man content with his own company is never alone. You hear that? Good one, right? Fear not. They'll
Okay, so
bugger
let's
off
go ahead and
soon.
follow this.
They both will.
Fascinating. Does each citizen have their own?
What do you think?
2 of them are missing. Alexander and Ruth Wattson. Family?
And I will steal from him. Late payment? Not a clue. Anonymous rendezvous note. Governor's acknowledgement. These are just like lore stuff. Okay, here's a clue. So, well, it's a door key to the back door. Caleb's love letter to Ruth.
Being courted by 2 brothers at once rarely ends
Fear
well.
not.
Personal
Bugger off
experience.
soon.
Don't go there.
They both will.
Caleb Watson's medallion. RW. Ruth Wattson. Use the door key to unlock it.
What's this? It's not metal, not wood. Bone. It's bone. Lovely.
Funeral notice that Alexander and Ruth died in a fire.
Ruth and Alexander Wattson, the cobbler's wife and brother.
He's surely haunted, but where's the ghost?
I think we need to talk to Caleb Wattson.
Okay. So we have 1 for the family so far. It's the funeral notice of Alexander dying trying to save his sister-in-law from the burning house. Wasn't there a problem? Right. Turn to Caleb.
Feels terrible, doesn't it? You done enough sniffing? Tired of the smell of your own arse?
You said you had no secrets. That was a lie, am I right? Everyone has secrets.
I can smell your secrets from here, mate. A pox on you. And a pox on your questions, too.
You'll not take him head on. You must take your time. Outflank him.
Why do you have bones?
There's burned debris out back. I found bone in it. Where does it come from?
You must have little business if you spend your time sifting through my rubbish. It came from the house. Probably.
I read your letter to Ruth. It's clear you loved her. Were you telling the truth about Alexander's infidelity?
My name is Caleb Wattson. And before God and all present, I swear that the letter I wrote to Ruth was a load of shite. Lusting for his beloved Ruth, I set out to ruin Alexander's name, 'cause I'm a greedy little prick.
You're frank. You don't sound like you regret it, though.
No. The past's the past. Dead and buried. My brother is but a lingering memory.
It was terrible what happened to your wife and brother. Might have helped if you'd mentioned it. You must be grieving. Do you mind if I ask where they're buried?
Shite on me shite bag brother. And shite on you too. They're both deep in the dirt up at God's Acre, and I'll speak no more of it.
What's going on at God's Acre, Caleb?
Shite off with your God's Acre, and good riddance to both. God's Acre concerns you not.
You need to tell me what happened here. Stop hiding.
Nothing happened. Buried. Buried. Oh, quiet you. And you can shite off, taking your nothing happened with you.
Okay, so we got a couple of hints from that. Got the fact that they resented each other, and that Caleb turned Ruth against his brother so that she would marry him.
Whatever happened, it happened at God's Acre.
Okay, so God's Acre is the cemetery to the west. God's Acre. Let me go this way. And there's another orb underneath the dock here. And if you're looking for orbs, check the description. There'll be a link to a post that has maps that has quite a few of them. I'm not done with the game yet,
Caleb?
so I don't have all 50
You
yet.
first,
but
young man.
we're getting there.
Talking to Caleb felt like talking to a group. I'm thinking possession.
Possession is
And you
plausible.
will get a key
The
much
clues
later on in the
confusing.
chapter to come in here.
We
so
jump
if
to
you're
no
like,
conclusions.
"Can you get in there?"
Instead, we gather proof.
Okay, so the bridge
God's
is
Acre?
down, or up,
God's
rather.
Acre.
And the thing we shoot for it to come down is behind this little cage thing, so we have to get it from the other side.
Here we are. Let us find the graves of Alexander and Ruth, and whatever got Caleb acting so strange. think you could take on a ghost? Move, Red. Spectre heading for that corpse.
Stay down.
Is that a femur?
I think I see a patella.
Lovely.
Some grave robbing going on. Alright, let's collect these goodies. Now, the house across the way, over there, sort of back in that backyard, is a cursed chest.
Ruth Wattson.
Here is
There's
one
another
of the
grave
farmer
beneath it.
figurines that we use for it.
Get lost, won't you?
If undertakers did this, they should find other work.
I doubt there's a job on Earth that suits whatever did this. Decoys to distract wayward specters. Rudimentary. Someone's had a little training. Here did lie Alexander Wattson.
Did Caleb take their bodies?
Someone did. And he's at the top of my list.
Well, they made quite the mess. Perhaps the decoys may show us the way.
Follow the path. Don't get too close.
And try.
This way. More of them.
Okay, so the closer you get to the decoys, enemies will pop out. But if you stay far enough away, they won't. Of course, I can't do much.
That's what I was talking about when I said don't get too close.
Well, I didn't know this was the dead end plan, Dan. Sorry. So we want to go... Let's check the map. I know I want to go... See, I went that way, and we have to go up and around this way. You're not going to lure me with your linen. Okay, fine. There you go. We'll get it in. Come up here. And that's where we're going. That's the shrine area down there.
I should have known.
Alright, I don't know if you can hear that on the video. Here's an orb. Wind swishing sound is their clue. When you're close enough.
God's green hell is this?
Fight now, talk later.
This is what I was saving. Oh, you little booger. Get over here.
Almost there.
Yeah, so Banish is pretty powerful with this guy.
Be ready. Make a run for it.
Going again, huh? Watch it. That harvester switched form.
Physical to spectral. They...
You bastard.
Run, Red.
Like 2 Banishes and a couple of little extras here.
Ready and wait. A vicious scourge that
Okay,
despises
so we
the
got
living.
a
In these
Scourge
lands,
accretion for
what a
that.
surprise indeed.
And then the Vigor Mortis is a brooch, where outburst area of effect size is increased by 70%. And I really like this one. So while Wisdom, which is her punch damage, goes down a little bit, we're going to end up upgrading it anyway. But while Wisdom, it's not actually part of this one, but it'll get upgraded and like other stuff. So, but the outburst area effect is really helpful. So I'm going to take that one.
Shrines now? With bones?
It's like Lady Blackwood's boudoir around here. I sense an echo somewhere nearby.
Aged parchment, and this is the Lesser Palingenesis? Genesis? Palingenesis, probably. The one that we're going to use to bring Antea back to life. Clearly.
What is this?
It's a chant.
Alright, and that is a quest item? It's a quest item.
Oh there, fella. You're nasty, aren't you?
Nasty, yes. But also shoddy. It's very poor work. It looks like a butchered version of the ritual of Lesser Palingenesis.
The ritual of... that ritual? The one that brings someone back? That ritual?
Yes, that ritual.
Okay, we're going to perform a Harkening.
En sjå en draste toki min kurster.
As flesh unto verb, as verb unto heart, as heart unto flesh. Death's knot is unsevered, and I shall cut it.
To use Alexander's bones if he didn't want it. He just wanted Ruth. Somehow Ruth got tied to Alexander. Alexander got tied to Ruth's bones or something.
Come to me, my love.
Maybe he picked some of Ruth's and some of Alexander's. I don't know. I only see one skeleton up there. But all 3 of them are in there.
Caleb Wattson invoked a ghost without a body for it to inhabit. So it took his. Caleb is no longer Caleb.
Is he still in there too?
He used pieces of his wife and also of his brother.
Yeah.
Ruth, Alexander, Caleb, could be any combination of them in there.
Let's go find out which.
Okay, we are back to confront Caleb.
Hush now. All is well. Nothing bad will ever come to us again. Shite off.
Shite off.
We've been to God's Acre. Quite a tale it told us. You're not Caleb, are you? Or at least not entirely.
Ah. Can't fog you. Alexander Wattson. Long tale short, Caleb tried to bring his dead wife back. And I live here now.
So many questions. Where to even start?
He was trying to bring his wife back. How did you end up in the mix?
Caleb made a fine cobbler, a poor brother, a worse husband, and a truly terrible witch. The ritual went to shite, because... of course it did.
Do both of you share Caleb's body?
Share? No. This house of flesh is mine. But because I am a generous man, I allow my brother to live in the cellar. We were twins. I was the rotten half, they said. But who's the rotten half now? There's something else you should know. If you don't know it already. I'm not alone. I completed the ritual. My darling Ruth is in here too.
You used the ritual to bring Ruth's spirit into Caleb's body. Why?
Love moves a soul to strange endeavors. We deserve a better life. I set myself to claiming it.
I understand your anger. More so your desire. But what of Ruth's? Did you consider what she wanted?
Caleb stole a life from me. But he also stole Ruth's voice. She shrank beneath him. Of course she wanted a second chance at life.
I'd like to hear this from Ruth. May I please speak with her?
No! We've carved ourselves out a little happiness at last. I'll not have you break it. Please, leave us alone. Give us this.
We need to speak to her, one way or another. If he won't tell us anything, perhaps the house Ruth died in will.
Okay, let's go find the house.
I'll be leaving you alone for now.
Alone? Not really. Hush now. All is well.
Okay, so we have two. We have all of... Oh, who the hell is... Okay, this is like the Caleb one. Tried to bring Ruth back. They were resented. Turned Ruth against him. Died trying to save his sister-in-law. And the ghost is possessing Caleb's body. So after talking to them, we should have one full intent and then the other one 2 out of 3. And now we're gonna go
Ruth
find
and Alexander are having an affair
the
in
burned
her
down
husband's
house.
body.
I can't find an angle with that, isn't it just plain wrong?
Something feels wrong. Something about Ruth.
The house that burned down. The roof fell in with them inside.
There's a lot of debris.
Okay, now we have to find a way in.
Beware.
Now I'm sure you probably were in
Wards.
here before. And you saw
The
this.
ghost wards feel
but-
far away from here. Just one keeps me from manifesting. Fancy knocking it down?
Alright, just see. This is the only
Much
ghost
better.
ward you can actually shoot.
Easy as pie.
Nah, but you can't cook.
Okay, so keep an eye on the top left where it says a Hellbound heart and find a way into the home. I had problems with that changing over to the next... Oh, curses, I forgot. To the next step. So what you need to do when you've been in here, after you've like been in here and like looked around, is we're gonna move the wagon all the way. And I'll show you when we get there.
Maybe. Not Alexander. I suspect we've just learned to know about Ruth.
We have to move the wagon anyway to get in there, but I only moved it like here. It never occurred to me to move it all the way down. Ruth's journal. See, it still says find a way into the house, even though, well, we've been in the house. And see, it still doesn't change. So the only way that I found to get it to change is to push this all the way underneath that area. And then jump up. Even though we've already been in here. See? Now it says investigate the burned down house. So there's a bit of like a glitchy kind of thing. We can look at this again. I don't know why they want you to get in that way.
Time must be nearby.
But they do. It's Ruth's heart. Withered human heart.
Of course.
Okay, that's a quest item.
Ruth's heart binds them like a bushel of rotten corn.
What do you have there? Stop right there, you rank ramp. Whatever you found, it ain't yours.
You buried Ruth's heart in the ashes of the house that killed her. I find that odd.
You, a ghost, went digging in the ashes of a dead woman's house. You're ill-positioned to call me odd. Don't think I haven't felt your presence before.
Stow your tongue while I speak with Ruth. Ruth, can you hear me? Can you speak?
Puck off and die. I'm in charge here.
No. Hush ye, Alexander. I'll speak. I'm Ruth. I hear you.
I'm Antea Duarte. We're here to help.
I'm glad. Please, end this nightmare. Help me.
Go to hell in a bag of shite. We're fine, and you have not the right. You hear? You've not the right.
Okay. So we are going... They should be complete now. But we're going to make Ruth manifest so that we can talk to her.
Her heart! Give it back!
He come foolish.
No more does he silence me. We may speak. Help me, please.
Who taught Caleb the resurrection ritual?
To say it was taught would mean he'd learned it. He read it off a page. As a sorcerer, Caleb makes a fine cobbler. Thing about Caleb, he was a good listener. As he worked, clients would bend his ear. The Haskell boy, for one. As Caleb pinned the governor's shoes, young Lammy would talk magic. Nonsense, really. But Caleb was listening.
Wait. Lammy Haskell gave Caleb the resurrection ritual.
After Lammy mentioned the ritual, Caleb became obsessed with it. He begged. Lammy, in his misplaced generosity, gave it. Caleb was intent on dark work. Lammy furnished written instructions.
What about Caleb's letter?
Caleb's letter changed your life. How did it feel at the time?
It tore me in two. I loved Alexander, but I deserved to marry a man who would be true. Caleb seemed decent. I believed he loved me. I thought I married the better brother, but I'd married a liar. A liar and a devil. And yet, not even he deserves this. No one deserves this.
How did Caleb treat you?
How did Caleb treat you?
With adoration. I was an idol. Worshipped, yet unloved. He was the sculptor and I was the statue. Smiling down, unmoving from my pedestal with nothing to say. Now I'm sewn into a festering sack with the quivering remnants of my husband and the angry ghost of his dead brother. Please, let me out.
Time to bring closure.
Your husband Caleb's botched resurrection ritual brought you back, but allowed his brother Alexander to take you hostage.
Once we deal with the Wattson brothers, you shall be free to ascend.
Do what you must. I'll suffer it if it leaves me free to go. No! We can stay. Please, Ruth, let us stay.
Look at you. You're counterfeit, a sham of a thing. Your so-called life is no life at all. Caleb lied and stole your love. But when the time was right, you lied and stole his body. We're ending this nonsense now.
Okay, I'm doing a resurrection playthrough, and I have no problems blaming Caleb for this.
Caleb Wattson, you're past saving. We can but grant you the mercy of oblivion.
But what about me? What about Ruth?
Ruth is free to go.
I shall have my rest now. Thank you.
I was winning. I was winning.
Okay, so that's a Hellbound heart, and we get 1 essence for it that you can spend